True or false? Glenn Beck is supporting undocumented children at the border, Latinos are asking for deportations, and Lupillo Rivera got spit on and instead of punching a motherfucker out, he thanks him. True? What the hell's going on? Let me explain. Hola amigos, this is Eddie G and you are watching P.O.V, a series on Me Too News in which I take a topic in the news and I give it the Eddie G 1, 2, 3. This week, a confrontation between pro-immigration and anti-immigration protesters ended up making headlines in Murrieta, California, bringing the topic of immigration back to the national stage. The first thing you need to know is that there's a crisis at the border. This is due to an influx of migrants coming to our borders, which has created a huge backlog. Over 240,000 people and 52,000 unaccompanied children, yeah, meaning these kids are traveling alone, have been apprehended at the border this year. Border Patrol facilities in Texas got so full that they had to start shipping them to other parts of the country, which is where Murrieta comes in. Murrieta is a town of about 100,000 people between Los Angeles and San Diego. When some residents of Murrieta found out that they were shipping these buses to California, a group of citizens organized a protest to block the buses from entering the facility. But when human rights activists and pro-immigration supporters found out, they also showed up to the facility, and that's when hit the fan. Some people were chanting things like, "Go home, return to sender, send them back with contraception." Others were there to support what they saw as an attack on their paisanos. Oh, and Lupillo Rivera was there to promote his latest album. I kid. In case you don't know who Lupillo Rivera is, he's a regional Mexican recording artist who was cursed out and spit on by protesters on the opposing side. An action that brought a lot of attention to what was happening in Murrieta. Despite Lupillo's troublemaker demeanor, he actually handled himself pretty respectfully, at one point thanking the man who spit in his face. You see, that got a lot of press.
I beat you to the point, Mr. Spitter! I came and took your breast! Thank you!
He also remained in control when a woman ripped his sign and screamed in his face. All I'm saying is that when a guy who is known for making songs about being belligerent drunk makes you look like you're bat crazy, you probably are bat crazy. Anyway, buses had to turn around and reroute these passengers to other facilities. Wait a minute, Eddie. Are you telling me that these people were being sent to California to be processed for possible deportation? Yep, that's right. So in essence, all these protesters did was delay their processing even further. But don't take my word for it.
All it's going to do is delay what's the inevitable. They're going to get processed here in San Diego. It might not be here at this station. It might be another station. So again, it just delays it.
This was our Normandy Beach.
That was a victory. Victory for the American people.
There is so much irony in that clip. Okay, that explains why the buses were there. But why are so many kids and their families coming to our border in the first place? There's a few theories floating around as to why this is happening. Some think that the US is sending mixed messages with a policy called the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, which allows people who came to the United States as children to be eligible to work and go to school legally in the United States and not get deported temporarily. The thing is, most of these kids will not be eligible because the guidelines require that you live in the United States since 2007 or something. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. But little things like facts don't stop rumors from spreading. Another theory is that these children are fleeing their countries due to violence and persecution in hopes of being granted asylum under the nation's refugee law. The answer might be somewhere in between. This is my point of view. My guess is that it's a little bit of miscommunication, but a lot of humanitarian crisis going on. If you look closely, the greatest number of people are coming from Honduras. So those people who are saying we need to ship these kids back to Mexico where they came from should take out a map and spell check and get their facts and their signs straight. That's not how you spell it. In case you don't know, Honduras is in turmoil. Right now, it's considered one of the most dangerous countries in the world. But before you go and say that these people need to go back to their country and fix it, and get the hell out of ours, you should know that the United States kind of helped create the crisis. I won't get into it here, but it's pretty well documented. Links in the description. The way I see it, it's like going to your neighbor's house, clogging up the toilet, flooding the house, and then leaving while saying, you know, you really need to fix that, without even offering to pay for the plumber, and then getting angry when they show up to your house to use your bathroom. We have some responsibility to help fix it. Sure, countries need to take care of their own affairs, but to borrow my friend's words, we need to stop stirring the pot if we don't plan to show up for dinner. Look, I'm not saying that illegal immigration is right by any means. What I am saying is that the United States needs to be compassionate and try to understand the situation. Let's be rational about things. Is this the appropriate response to children and families showing up at our borders seeking asylum? Is the United States on the right side of history this time? Many people around the world don't think so. What is happening in Texas and California is a damn shame. Can you imagine being one of these kids? Or if you're a parent, can you imagine sending your kid with a total stranger across Mexico, risking the possibility of never being able to see them again? How desperate must you be to even consider that? Look, is it our responsibility to fix the world? No, it's not. But should we take responsibility for the world we helped create and help those in need? I think so. We're on this boat called the Earth, and there's a hole in this ship, but instead of helping fix it, we are arguing over what side the hole is on. It doesn't matter, we're all on the same boat. The important thing is that we fix it. Thank you for watching POV. My name's Eddie G. I'll see ya next Friday.